Now we've shaped the 3 poles and the dogs understand the behaviour, we can add in a verbal cue. This will be the cue you're going to use for your weaves. So remember to set your reward line with an easy left-hand weave entry and then start moving around the circle so you're always sending in from a different position. Now we're going to add a toy in. This is for an increase in drive for toy motivated dogs, but also as an added distraction. They have to listen to the weave cue and not run straight for the toy. Having the toy placed here also makes it easier to reward the closed side entries as you don't have to worry about throwing the toy anywhere. If they do run straight to the toy and grab it instead of doing the weave, just be close enough to it so you can put your foot on it, stop them from getting it. After this has happened a couple of times, they will learn to just go to the weaves and ignore the toy.
We get it, good boy!
Increasing the difficulty of our open face entry. So for now we've always been coming from about here, and I think we also moved up to around the top of it as well. But now I want to start moving right down to back here. So the dogs really have to go up and find that open entry. So from wherever you are, your dog comes in, wraps here, gets the reward. So what I've put here with this red line is where I want your reward. I want your reward behind this line at all times. Wherever you're coming from, your reward placement is never past this red line, because what we're rewarding is the collection on that first pole. So if you reward, let's pretend this is your reward line. So if you reward more this way, so more up here, then you're rewarding that extension through that first pole, through that first collection, where you want them to collect on that second pole here. You're rewarding them going forward all the time, so they're quite likely, if their reward's over here somewhere, to sometimes want to do this, which obviously you don't want, because they are, I can't read that properly, but they're not going to come through and they're not going to come through and collect that second pole if they want to run forward all the time. So the reward is, for me, is always, at this stage anyway, behind this red line. So even if you're up here and sending the dog down to that open weave entry, the reward always comes in this area. Same as if you're on the right hand side, so doing a closed weave entry, the reward will always be same as that way. So on there, coming this way, again, always back this way. To be honest, I'll probably bring it more like this for this one. So it's always behind this line, so rewarding that real collection back. So I quite often have the reward on me and just tug with them back to me if I'm this side of the line. If I'm up here and I've gone past the line, then I will generally throw the reward back in to this area. So it's always rewarding that tight collection, not that extension going forward.
Get it, good boy! Nice one! Wow! Wow! You've got the whole thing in your mouth. Good boy, thank you. Ready? Ready? Get it, good boy! Nice!
So you can see here, guys, when it starts going wrong, I don't help him by stepping into the weaves too much, by throwing my arm out, by really pushing into that first pole. I step forward maybe a fraction just to help out, but I don't want to really manage it. I want him to figure it out by himself, and I don't want him to become reliant on me swinging my arm or helping him. So I move forward a tiny bit here, and I think I move forward a fraction more, but I don't really help him any more than that. And that's what you have to get into your heads at this point. You're not going to really manage it unless they're really shutting down the failure. You're going to let them figure it out and think it through.
Get it, good boy! Clever one! Clever boy! Wow! Get it, good boy! Yeah! Wow! Good one! Wow! Clever boy! And just, steady. Steady. Get it, good boy! Whee! Superstar boy! Superstar boy! Wow! Wow! Good boy, Zeke. Well done. Ready, steady. Ready? Quick. Oh, no, you missed it. Ready? Quick. Get it, good boy!